Welcome to hopefully a new segment of Is It Just Me? Why is the micro warp drive Tech 2 not having a worse capacitor maximum than the restrained? What's the advantage of going with the restrained, unless you're alpha character? It's just 15 frickin' power, no CPU savings, 15 power extra. You've got yourself the same amount of capacitor maximum, but more speed. Is it the only advantage I can see for the restrained over the Tech 2 would probably be the signature radius modifier, which would be, right? So which would be pretty good, but still, it's like, ooh, 500 versus 450%. Woo, you're awesome. So you get a little bit less signature radius boost than that, but not by freaking much, buddy. Yeah, so honestly, yeah, it is just not going to cut it. My main idea for a mic warp drive is for frickin' speed. And you don't get much, actually. But yeah, 5% is a lot. I mean, that's a drug. That's an extra drug or an extra skill. So yeah, it's worth it. And there's very little ways of lowering your sig radius, so that would be dangerous. But if you're really freaking worried about getting hit by battleships, you should be in under the battleship's guns. Of course, you'd be close enough to get heavy neuted, so that would be worrisome. But yeah, there you go. So I thought, is it just me? I thought when you went up to Tech 2, you'd take a hit to your capacitor compared to the restrained, but you don't. So that's really the only. Everything else is pretty typical. But yeah, I thought I'd put it out there just because, we get into these habits. I mean, maybe it's just me, but I get into this habit of just assuming that Tech 2 sucks for anything that the restrained or the compact or the enduring gives you a bonus on compared to the Tech 2, right? So, like, compact gets better fitting, enduring gets better activation cost, right? Activation cost, right? And I assume the bonus you get from the Tech 2 is speed at the cost of fittings, at the cost of the restrained, at the cost of the enduring, right? It makes sense. And I just blanket assume that for everything. But in this case, yeah, your capacitor is not going to take a hit. So if that's the only thing you're worried about, and you should be on a VedMac, right? So yeah, I mean, I have a lot of power to play with on my VedMac as fit. And if you don't, yeah, but just remember, you're not going to take a hit to your capacitor, which is freaking bizarre. But like I said, maybe it's just me.